for everyone. I would like to present my presentation about the accessibility in higher education, and is it still aspiration? Let's look at the numbers. On the one hand, we can talk about the high demand of higher education. This data show that 74% of higher school graduates applied for admission to higher education institutions. 63% of them were enrolled in higher education institutions in the same year after their high school completion. 81% of the best school graduates choose to study in Lithuania. On the other hand, we have high supply of higher education as well. You can see that there are 23 universities, 24 colleges, 1,800 study programs. If we look at Lithuania higher education in the European Union context, we would see that the majority of international comparable indicators which describes higher education are above the European Union average. There are, for example, 58% of 20-24 years old students of all students in Lithuania, while the EU average 48. Or there are 49% of 20 years old students of corresponding age population in Lithuania, while the average of EU 41. The goal in the EU is that the share of 34-year-olds with tertiary education attainment should be at least 40%, and Lithuania has already reached it, having 49% of this indicator. There are 72.2 graduates of 20-29 years old per 1,000 of corresponding age population in Lithuania, while the average of EU is 43.5. The goal of EU is that the share of employment graduates having left education and training no more than 3 years before the reference year should be at least 82, and Lithuania has 87%. So as you saw, data show that Lithuania is one of the leading countries in the EU according to the massification of higher education. But is here higher education accessibility really still ambition? Even though Lithuania is one of the leading countries, as well the Lithuania policy on higher education guarantees that equal access to higher education of all citizens, the data show that there are still challenges we need to achieve. One of them is to ensure the affordability of higher education. If we look at the economic situation in different regions of Lithuania, we would see that different possibilities of families to provide higher education for their children. For example, let's compare the districts of Vilnius and the district of Marijampolė. The average salary varies 1.5 times. Average disponible income per month varies 1.4 times. So it's obvious that parents have different possibilities to provide higher education for their children. Data of LAMO, BPO and MOSTA survey show the importance of state role ensuring accessibility of higher education. 59% of surveyed students stated that the most important factor choosing the study program is to study in the places funded by the state. And statistics data showed the same trend. Most frequently, the applicants as the first request indicates that funded places, 85%. Of course, state is trying to ensure the accessibility of higher education by funding studies for more than a half of students, as well as creating the system of support for students studying in non-state funded study places. This situation still has at least two advantages, and yes. And the first disadvantage is that the number of students enrolled in higher education institutions by the type of funding shows that disproportion of student flow in different study fields. For example, a situation in social and biomedical sciences, the number of students in state non-funded places is twice higher than in state-funded places in these fields, while there is no such trend in other fields of studies. And it can be assumed that a high standard tuition fee for arts, biomedical, and technology studies or lower fee in the social sciences could affect the affordability of studies and choices of students. The second disadvantage is related to the loans. State provides the support system for students that fail to enter the places of study funded by state, but the data show that loans are not popular among students. Only 2–3% of students take a possibility to use loan. These disadvantages in the context of higher education accessibility becomes more sharper when we look at the Euro Student Service data, which shows that 52% of students depend on family incomes. The data show prestigious study programs, and the data show that students from lower social-economical status tend to be underrepresented in higher education, especially in the more prestigious institutions or study programs. And here in this survey, the prestigious study programs are understood as the ones which are chosen first during the enrollment. And as I said, most analysis shows that the type of completed higher school has the influence of accessibility of the most popular study programs, and it has bigger influence than the place of residence. Data from these tables show that the graduates of gymnasium consist a larger proportion of the entrants to the popular programs of studies rather than among all entrants. Social background. Most analyses show that parents' background and family status influence self-determination of high school guarantees in general into higher education. According to the Statistical Lithuanian Public Education Level, the share of young people that have at least one parent with a university education should not exceed 30% in average. However, the Euro Student Survey done by Mosta shows that currently this part is above 60%. And this means that the education system does not promote vertical social mobility, as the chances to study, although not strongly depends on the individual's parents' education. Eurostudent allows to make a presumption about the lack of accessibility of study the group rising children. And surveys showed that the majority of students do not have children even in the age group where basically the first child is born. And this graph shows that in population, 18% of women aged 20–24 have at least one child, and among students, only 2%. And this aspect becomes even more sharper in terms of possibilities for flexible learning. In recent years, part-time studies is becoming less attractive, although This type of studies are dedicated for non-traditional students, such as parents with children, older students, and etc. Number of disabled people in higher education has grown during this decade. Unfortunately, they still represented a small proportion of all students. It's just 1.5% of all students. One of the accessibility of higher education dimension, the possibility to apply learning outcomes in the labor market, and statistics data show the possibilities to use learning outcomes are quite high in the sense of CEDEFOP forecast. Lithuania will need more high-skilled workers in the future, and the need of specialists and technicians will grow mostly. Unfortunately, more than quarter of students, according to Eurostudent survey, thinks that the chances on the labor market after graduating from the current student program are poor or very poor. So, by summing up, I would like to say that even though Lithuania is one of the leading countries in the EU context, and Lithuanian policy on higher education guarantees the equal access to higher education for all citizens, the data show that there are still challenges we need to achieve. Higher education affordability, accessibility for individuals from underrepresented groups requires special attention, deeper analysis, and evidence-based decisions in order to ensure equal access to higher education for all individuals, despite the socioeconomic background and other factors that may lead to education disadvantage. So, thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you. Would anyone want to ask Žemynas a question? You're very